But speaking of amateur theatre, you pulled off one of the biggest and one of the biggest productions that have happened. How did Parva happen? How was the whole process?
See, I have done theatre for 40 years or so.
Okay. Okay.
I've been directing for about 40 years now. And I've always put money into theatre. There's no money in theatre, okay?
So how much will a production cost? Say, we'll talk Parva.
See, for Parva, it is like too big, I'll tell you all the figures, honestly and practically. I'll tell you.
Yes.
Typically, I would do a play for about 2 lakhs, You hire some place like, say, Ranga Shankara or some other. Ravindra Kalakshetra you very rarely get, and it's very risky to hire it, because if the government wants to do a function, they'll do it. Government is about 40 years behind the general population in its civilizational abilities. The government is, especially the governments of Karnataka, they're a very crude government. Up to a point, till the 80s, we used to get reasonably decent. Actually, for some time in the 70s especially, and early 80s, we were the envy of the nation.
Right.
But now Karnataka is the most corrupt state in India, ranked continuously as the most corrupt state in India. And our politicians are the pits, they'll never win any contest, okay? They are the dumbest, most corrupt, most callous people. So what they do is, this is unbelievable. Let's say I've stood in a queue and booked Ravindra Kalakshetra. Bookings open 3 months before, okay? And it gets booked very quickly because it's the best theatre in Karnataka, for sure, okay? And it gets booked very quickly. But the government of Karnataka, if it wants to do a function, can cancel the program of the day. If you have advertised, sold tickets, nothing, it doesn't matter. They can come and do, okay? Only a government of the crudest nature can do that. In Karnataka, that is the rule. Okay?
Has that happened to you anytime in the past?
No. I never taken a government grant. Okay. As far as possible, I stay away from them, because they are the worst people on earth. Okay, I try not to collaborate with government. So I've never applied for a government grant to do a play. Never, ever. And I know many corporates, but I don't ask corporates also for money.
Okay.
Because they'll say, why don't you do, a comedy? Or they'll say, why don't you do some DEI, whatever is some fashionable thing for them, Why don't you do an LGBTQ play? Like whatever fancy they have, for that they'll have money. That's how the government, corporate sponsorship is worse than, censorship, in my opinion.
Okay.
So there'll be, very rarely you'll get benevolent sponsors who will actually do. So I used to do only such plays.
Okay.
But my daughter and son-in-law, who are also, both my daughters are very interested in theatre. Okay. This chartered accountant daughter of mine said, look, why don't you do an ambitious play of your choice? Okay. She saw Parva in that Rangayana did, which I directed for Rangayana. She was so moved by the play. And my son-in-law also, he said, this is such a magnificent thing. But because it's Rangayana, they'll do a certain number of shows and stop. Although they did 57 shows. They'll stop because, when the new government comes, they'll change the director of Rangayana. See, this is how Karnataka government is. See, it should never... See, they were protesting now when Narendra Modi came, FTI director, chairman, they appointed somebody, they went on strike. Karnataka government is exactly like that. They'll change the chairman of the, film academy.
Right.
We have a Karnataka Chalanachitra Academy.
Right.
They'll change that director.
Right.
Chairman they'll change. They'll change the chairman of Natak Academy. They'll change the chairman of Rangayana and appoint a new director. That's how Karnataka government is. Okay. Karnataka government, is a model of bad governance. They're 40, 50 years, 2 generations behind the general public.
Right.
See, say Karnataka's IT is world class. Okay. Karnataka's rocket science, satellite technology. Karnataka is world class, tops, very good. Machine tooling, there are many industries in Karnataka, that are top class. Okay, some of the successes in the war Operation Sindoor happened because of the engineers in private and public sector of Karnataka.
Yes.
Karnataka government, nonsense. Okay? So the thing is, they have to stop at some time, but the play deserved a bigger run.
Got it.
So I wanted to do a new production. So this is the story. And my daughter and son-in-law, for the first 4 shows, because I translated into English,
Okay.
and we opened at Chaudhaya Hall. Chaudhaya Hall was very generous, gave us a concession and all that. We did 4 shows. They spent 42 lakhs for that production.
Wow.
With concessional work from top class people, from Prasad Bhyrappa, free of cost design, from Shashidhar Adappa, who did the set design and execution, from for costume execution, from Sankirti Aipanjiguli. Really, maybe she made a loss making the costumes and properties for us. So we did a very good, 4 shows we did.
Right.
Very good for us, I'm saying, because we collected from ticket sales 26 lakhs. Okay. Kannada movies don't do this. We did it from the play, and now we have done 11 shows of that.
Very nice.
Okay, and because we did 4 more shows in English, and now we have done 3 shows.
Very nice.
In Kannada. We'll do 5 more, we have announced now. But so far we have spent about 72 lakhs. And we have earned close to 60 lakhs from ticket sales.
Wow. This is in a duration of how many years?
This is from October last year.
Last.